Hello SGD, Sacred Geometry Decoded. I'll just follow on directly from the last one where we're talking about the history of measurement, which would link the Indus to Old Kingdom Egypt and everywhere else in between up until the modern times. But this is just an example of 1 second pendulums, and you can see the system of timing, measuring time, measuring weight, measuring length, and how they wonderfully connect together at very, very important numbers. And again, 1 meter equals 1 cubit equals 1 second. Now, if you add 1 meter plus 1 Egyptian raw cubit, you get 4.9987 feet. It's within a thinnest human hair from being exactly 5 feet. This is foot, meter, cubit, but also how the Mohenjo-Daro ancient units of measure, or the Samian and Ionic, or the canonical cubit, how they connect together. And I'm just going to fire straight on from the last one. So 1 meter at 30 degrees arc is 1 Egyptian raw cubit, or E minus 1 feet within a splitting hairs again. So we know the ancient Egyptian raw cubit rod. We have surviving measuring rods. We have the written records going back to the oldest surviving records, and also which can be evidenced by the architecture. Now this all might be a coincidence, but let's go back to Vitruvian Man, which was, I'll put the playlist to the full series in there. And it was beginning with Vitruvian Man, where he talks about ancient Roman architect Vitruvius, talks about temple symmetry, and essentially that there should be a precise relationship between its members, as in the case of those of a well-shaped man. Architecture, man is a measure of all things. Now he also says that from the tip of your hairline to your, what's that little part called there at the bottom of your neck, is equal to the length of your foot, and that this should be 1/6 of the body. Well, there we see, so I've just cut the foot, placed it next to the hairline to the bottom of the neck, and that does match on the Vitruvian diagram. However, if we stack 6 of these up, what we get is that it's short 6 feet. So 6 feet is only that much of the human body, according to Vitruvian Man. So there should be just roughly around 6.9 feet of this Vitruvian Man measure to connect. Now, what's interesting about that? So also you'll notice that the foot is also equal to the length from the wrist to the elbow. So the forearm equals the foot equals the hairline to the bottom of the neck. Just get a close-up, the foot and the forearm connecting nicely there. Now, systems of measurement. So a foot is 12 thumb. As they say, a rule of thumb. It's a good rule of thumb that the width of your thumb is 1 inch. But the foot also divides into 16 fingers. Whatever some will say, okay, I won't go, it's just ridiculous. Now, the rule of thumb and the rule of fingers to define the foot. Egyptian raw cubit is divided into 7 units, and we see from the diagram, but also from the record. So 4 fingers equals 1 palm. 1 palm times 7 equals 1 Egyptian raw cubit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Now, if we look already see Vitruvian Man, the correlation between the elbow to the wrist is equal to the foot. There we see. Now what's going on nicely here is that the cubit itself is pi over 6 meters. Therefore, from the elbow to the wrist is 16 fingers, or 12 thumbs, 12 inches, 4 palm. Now we still use this in the English modern scale. So the Egyptian raw cubit in the modern scale, 1.5 foot equals a cubit. However, on Vitruvian Man, this is not the case. It's 4/7. It's a bit of a myth that the foot is based on the king's foot, because it's, well, so much to say about that, but connection between the foot and the forearm, and that the Vitruvian Man is not 6 feet, he's just under 6.9. Okay, so therefore 4/7 of an Egyptian raw cubit, or pi over 6 meters, is 0.299199 meters. Therefore that would be the foot. Now 1 English foot is 0.3048 meters. slightly little bit longer. Difference of 5.6 millimeters. God of weights and measures, architecture, systems of measurement, which brings us back to the idealized Egyptian man being 4 cubits, because 1, 2, 3, 4, as well as wide would be 1 and 2, then 3, then 4. 4 cubits does match, but does not match 6 feet. But 4 Egyptian raw cubits, 2.0944 meters, 6.8714 feet. Vitruvian man is just under 6.9 feet. Here I believe that he is in, Leonardo da Vinci has encoded the Egyptian raw cubit, which relates to the meter, the second, the pendulum, and has embedded this in this particular famous illustration, difference of 5.6 millimeters. Now that is important because one Mersenne or George Washington or Talleyrand yard is 1 meter minus 5.6 millimeters. The difference between the English foot, and let's just call it the ancient Egyptian royal foot, is 5.6 millimeters. That's exactly the difference within 0.000013 millimeters. Again, you're not going to, even with really supreme measuring equipment, that's really touching it. So the foot, the meter, the cubit, the second coming together, and that the difference, the margin of error between the Egyptian foot and the English foot is the margin of error between the 1 meter speed of light meter and the 1 second 1 meter pendulum of Mersenne from the 1640s. So 1 meter equals 1 cubit. 1 Egyptian royal cubit, 1 Egyptian royal foot is a difference of 5.6 millimeters from the meter, which leads to that Mersenne pendulum. Okay, so this would be 1 meter, if you remember the image. So 1 meter equals 1 second equals 1 Egyptian royal cubit. 1 Egyptian royal cubit times 440 is the base of the pyramid. But now we look at the Mohenjo-Daro, or the Saxon yard, of 3.3 feet, which is 1.00584 meters. Well, that creates an arc of 0.52665 meters, or 1.7278 blah, blah feet. That is a difference of 0.0378 millimeters from a canonical cubit of 1.728 feet. So the Saxon second pendulum, Mohenjo-Daro, ancient Indus pendulum, is effectively, with again 0.0378 millimeters of a canonical cubit. The canonical cubit, well, 1 meter is 273.403325 canonical lines or poppy seeds, and we already saw yards and fathom dividing the meter up, and that's also relates to so less than a human hair. Okay, so the canonical cubit, the Mohenjo-Daro 1 second pendulum, and the Salamis stone, which is 4 ionic cubits wide, and just so happens that half a meter, 50 centimeters, or 0.273403325 fathom, is 27.34033325 ionic fingers. 16 fingers make a foot. Now it just so happens that the the Salamis stone we see here at 3.84 feet wide equals the square root of 5 Egyptian raw cubits within 1/3 of a millimeter. Now how does that relate? So we just shrink that down. Well, 75 centimeters is 2.236936292 Mohenjo-Daro or Saxon feet. The Salamis stone at 3.84 feet in width is 2.235360446 Egyptian raw cubits. Square root of 5 is 2.236067977, etc. That's a difference of 0.2911 millimeters from being exactly the square root of 5 Saxon or Mohenjo-Daro or Sumerian feet. And that just is also 1/3 of a millimeter difference, the Salamis stone, to be the square root of 5 Egyptian raw cubits. The square root of 5 is very important, of course, because the square root of 5 plus 1 divided by 2 gives us the golden number, the golden ratio, or phi. The pyramid itself encodes phi. This is based on idealized measures. If you use the exact precise measures that include slight variations, 99.965% becomes 99.99% accuracy. And again, based on idealized measures, the Great Pyramid is the square root of 5 above 99.981%. If you include the slight variations, you're going to get above 99.99% accuracy. So these same numbers are embedded inside the proportions of the pyramid themselves, which link foot, meter, cubit, and these other distances as well. And just as a reminder, this all goes back to a series of measuring time, specifically measuring the seconds is in 86,400 seconds per day, being such a vital number. 864 times 2 equals 1728. This all connects to New Jerusalem, especially described by the King James Bible, and other units of measure, including the Gunter's chain that we still use, still defines our world very much today. This is a system which incorporates links, so remember that straight line is equal to that length of arc. 27.3312 fingers. This straight line is 27.33120, 911 fingers. It's a difference of 0.00109 millimeters, the difference between that arc there and this straight line going across. Measure, measure, and the truth shall set you free. Okay, so now we have the 1 meter, or the speed of light meter. Remember 30 degrees, which is the Templar cross, as you can see here. The geometry, the astronomy, the measurements, the sacred numbers, the architectural numbers, systems of measure we still use now are just linked wonderfully through margins of error. Okay, so I mentioned the canonical line. 1 meter is 273.403325. Exactly the same number, exactly the same, just shift a decimal point, poppy seeds or line. The 3.3 imperial feet, or 1.0584 meter pendulum, 1 Saxon yard, or 3 Mohenjo-Daro units, delivers us to the canonical cubit. Now we get the canonical scale. So, Great Pyramid, 1 meter pendulum, pi over 6 meters times 440 gives us the average base length of the Great Pyramid within the thinnest human hair of a definition. Stand at the corner of a Great Pyramid, include the sockets, you get the rotational speed of the Earth per second. 1 second, 1 second, cubits, meters, all joining. Now this, because you include the sockets now, the length of this pyramid is slightly longer than this one. And so we take that measure, divide it in 2 to get a base length, and we divide that by 440. Well, what happens is that the length of the pendulum, to get the speed of the Earth, size of the Earth in relation to the pyramid, the base length of the pyramid, including the sockets, see that yellow? Well, that would be, on average, if you use Piazzi-Smythe's measures, 1.729097 feet. Use Petrie's measures, 1.729167 feet. That is essentially this number here within a fraction. So the length, this pendulum is 3.3 feet. You'd need a pendulum of 3.3023 feet to create the 1 second cubit, which defines the speed of the size of the Earth and the speed of the Earth to the Great Pyramid itself. We have a awesome series of connections. So 3.302, 3.3, etc. Okay, for each in 15 minutes. Have a good one. this all connects weights and measures.